like it or not, the availability of Trey Lance, all of sudden, kind of.
I don't understand what the 49ers are doing, and I don't know what they did. If it's interesting, the Bills admitted they tried to trade for him, a 6th that would have become a 5th. It's the worst draft pick and deal in NFL history. And here's the thing, it could look even worse, because if Trey Lance becomes even a formidable starter in the NFL, you've screwed up 3 different ways. And how are the 49ers putting their entire franchise on the shoulders of a man who was the last overall pick last season?
Wait.
Coming off of UCL, by the way, which could have had Tommy John surgery implications.
A trade like that ought to ruin the team. It ought to be a franchise destroyer.
How do you not even bring up the Dallas Cowboys? The Dallas Cowboys have quarterback question marks going into the season. And oh, by the way, I like to make sure that I pay my quarterback, give him the confidence he needs, has a terrible preseason, and then bring in Trey Lance at the last second without anybody knowing it. The Cowboys, I have no idea why you would do that.
I get that. A 4th-round pick for a guy that was a top 5? Yeah. I mean, that seems like a no-brainer.
Are you kidding me?
I gauge the Bills had public interest in making a deal.
Oh, Kyle Allen being toast. That's how I gauge it.
But Lance isn't ready to play. He's not the kind of guy you want to replace Kyle Allen with, I wouldn't think.
So here's what I'm thinking. Trey Lance was compared to Josh Allen, body type, the way he plays, the way he throws. Josh Allen was a guy, remember, the Bills had to beat math to make him a successful quarterback. I think that their system, their coaching staff that they used to build Josh Allen, they believe they could have done the same thing for Trey Lance and potentially get something on the back end out of him. You wouldn't have done that if you're Dallas?
Absolutely not. Not with my quarterback getting picked off in the preseason during practice and the confidence of the offense.
But I don't think he's a threat to play this year. I think that's a push it off investment.
But why would you create a problem when you got the quarterback you seem to just pay for, and now you're making a roster move for his position? His coach doesn't know, the general manager doesn't know. Oh, wait, that's right. The owner is the general manager of the team.
Question, how did Dak Prescott get his starting job again?
Can you imagine if Bean did that to McDermott? That's not the way things work.
I don't know if I know the way things work anymore in the NFL.
No,
I'm serious.
Because he knows it wouldn't happen. That's the whole point.
It wouldn't. But then again, I also wouldn't think that 2 years after a guy is traded top 5, when you give up 3 first-round picks and a 3rd, that you'd be willing to take a 4th-round pick to send him in your own conference. It doesn't make any sense.
Cut your losses.